Welcome to your practice today. This will be a swift mind-body practice for toning the body and also to lift our energy up. Thank you for joining this class and most importantly, enjoy it. Let's get moving. So we're going to begin just by sitting Japanese style, and we are just first going to lengthen the spine. Have your chest proud and open, the shoulders start to drop back. And I invite you just to notice how you're doing at this moment. Notice how you're doing today. Every day the body is different. The mind will also feel different. So it's nice just to take note of that. And to use this practice as a way of not only flexing the body, but to also expand the mind by focusing on this moment, each breath. And at any point in the practice, if you feel the mind tends to drift off, just always coming back to the breath, which is always there. Good, and we're going to now just take a deep breath in. Exhale and empty out completely. Good, and again, one more time, breath in. And exhale out completely. Good, one more time, breath in. And exhale out completely. Good, slide the hands down the front of your legs, and then you can just protract the shoulders, so pulling at the knees, just giving a nice stretch in the upper spine. Good, and then we're going to slide the hands up the legs, open the chest, draw the shoulders back, look up towards the sky. Good, and then exhale and round, place the hands on top of the knees and protract the shoulders, so we're really opening up the upper back. Good, and then we'll come back up one more time, looking with the proud chest open, drawing the shoulders back. Good, and then slowly coming back into a neutral position and coming onto the knees, and then interlocking the fingers behind the back. Good, draw the shoulders back, pull the arms slightly away. Good, and then send the hips back down towards the heels. Exhale down with the forehead onto the floor. And then pull the arms gently away from the back. Good, and then slowly have the hands come down. Place the hands on the hips. Come up and stand on the knees again. Good, take a deep inhale, reach the arms up. And then open up the arms in two goalpost arms. Good, start slight tilting of the chest forward, looking up towards the ceiling. Good, reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands behind you, interlock the fingers. Draw the shoulders back. Good. Send the hips back down towards the ankles. And then place the body down on top of the thighs. And then place the forehead on the mat and pull the arms gently away. Good. Take a moment here. Breath in. Breath out. Good. And then slowly have the arms come down with the palms just facing the ceiling. Just taking a moment here, just seeing how that feels in the body. Feeling the shape of the body. Good, and then we're slowly going to come back with our forearms on the floor. We now position our knees onto the floor And we'll do a few cat-cows on our elbows. So first we'll start rounding and then inhaling up and then exhaling and rounding. Good, and then inhaling up, exhaling and rounding. Good, inhaling up, exhaling and rounding, and inhaling up. One more time, exhaling and rounding, and then one inhale up. Good. Let's come onto all fours. Let's come into our shoulders now. So let's open up the left arm, inhale, and then exhale, left arm all the way to the right, and just place the head down on the floor, right hand in front of you. You could even have the right arm wrap behind you if you feel that your shoulder is nice and rested onto the mat. Otherwise, just keep the right hand in the front, and again, just noticing breath. Good, let's come back up onto all fours. And this time we will twist to the other side. So we open up the right arm. And then exhale the right arm all the way to the left. Good, and kind of nuzzle into that by resting the head on the floor, shoulder on the floor. Take a breath here and keep your hips positioned above the knee line. And as I said in the beginning of the class, it's always good to stay connected to the breath throughout, and then you know you're staying in that yoga mindset. Very good, and then we'll come back up, then place both hands in the front and engage the arms. If you're hyper flexible, you really want to make a grip with the hands and not collapse into the elbows. Otherwise, you can come all the way down into puppy dog, and you can either place the chin on the mat or the forehead down. Good, take a moment here, engaging the arms, opening up the shoulders for your practice. Good, and then we'll slowly come back onto all fours, place the right foot to the front, and then we'll make a few circles with that right knee. Good. And then going in the other direction. Good. And then square the hands to the front, lift the left knee up into the runner's lunge. Good, you could rock a bit and make some circles here again. And then going in the other direction. Very good, and then lowering down that left knee, coming onto the knife edge, push that right hand against the right knee. Good, take a moment here. Good, and then slowly come back, lift the left knee up, and then left foot lands next to the right foot, coming into a forward fold. Good, bend the knees slightly, feet slightly separate here. Take a moment in your forward fold, shoulders away from the ears. Good, and then the right foot to the back, coming back into a runner's lunge. Good, then right knee down, and then again here, you press that left hand against the inside of the left knee, look over the left shoulder. Good, take a moment here. Good, and then slowly coming back, left knee back. Good, let's lift the right leg up, and then exhale, knee to the right elbow. Okay, so we're coming with the right leg up, extending the spine, and then exhale, knee to right elbow. Good, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Good, and again, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Good, inhale, right leg up. And then we extend the left arm forward. Let's take 2 counts here, so you're really focusing on engaging. Good, and then you could grab that right foot with your left hand, Kick with the foot into the hand, opening up that left shoulder, right hip pushing down at the same time. Right arm engaged. Good, and then we gently release without falling out of it. Good, and then slowly down. We'll come back into our puppy dog, so hands in each corner of the mat. Inhale, exhale, start to fold or rest down with the chest. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Feeling the shoulders start to open up in the back. Good, and then we'll come back onto all fours. And now we'll transition onto the other side. So the left leg up. Good, and then exhale. Knee to that left elbow. And again, inhale, left leg up. And then exhale. Knee to the left elbow. And again, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Good, and again, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Good, left leg up. Keep that lifted, right arm forward, staying here for 2 counts. So you're focusing on engaging, warming up the body. You could stay in this position, or if your body allows it, grab the left foot with the right hand. Good, engage. Feeling that stretch in the right shoulder, left hip, pressing down slightly. Good, and then again, you extend, engage, and then exhale down. Good. Place hands in the front, and let's now just sort of settle into our first downward facing dog. And we have the hands right underneath the shoulders, and we lower the knees down. So you're building up the heat in the upper body, and also engaging the core. Good, and then send the hips back. Good, and then further the distance between the hands and your feet so you can just nuzzle into your downward facing dog. So again, just go into it however it feels for you today. I usually like to bend my knees, move my shoulders. Good, and then just coming back into a downward facing dog here. Relax the neck. Remember to keep pressing the inner part of your hands in, feeling the broadening of the shoulders, sit bones lifting up, heels lowering down. Good, and then we're going to just lift up onto the tippy toes and then slowly lowering the heels down. Good, let's do that again 2 more times, coming up onto the toes and then exhale, lowering the heels down. Good, 1 more time, it's coming up onto the toes and exhale, coming down. Good, let's place the right foot to the front, coming back into that runner's lunge, drawing the shoulders back. Good, and then we're lowering down the left knee, coming up into a kneeling warrior. Good, let's start to open that chest, looking up towards the sky, arms beside the heels. Good, and then we have the arms come down, and then curl the toes under the left foot, lift that left knee up. Good, body over the right leg, palms facing each other. 3. Really toning the legs. 2. And 1, lowering down the left knee, lifting up into a kneeling warrior, opening up the chest. Good, coming forward and lifting that left knee up, palms facing each other. 3. 2. And 1, lowering down the left knee, lifting up into a kneeling warrior, opening up the chest. Good, and let's do that again. Body over the right leg, palms facing each other. 3. 2. 1, let's lift up into crescent lunge. Arms up. Okay, you should be feeling your legs burn a little bit. Very good. And I'll need it after all the pancakes I've been eating here. Good, and then the left foot lands next to the right foot. Let's come into a chair pose. Good, sitting the hips down, arms beside the ears. Good, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Stepping into a plank pose, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. And again, just coming into breath and noticing how that breath is just expanding the body. Good, and we'll place the left foot to the front. And again, we're coming back into that runner's lunge. Good, the right knee comes back. Let's lift up into a high lunge. So we start to open that chest. Good, so slight back bend here, keeping a lift up through the upper spine. Good, and then as we come forward, we strengthen the legs, lift that right knee up, and focusing on the lower body engagement. Good. 3, 2, 1. We lower down that right knee, lifting up into a high lunge. Into a kneeling warrior. Good. And then exhale, coming back forward, body over that left leg, palms facing each other. 3, 2, 1. And again, let's lower down, lifting up into a kneeling warrior, opening up the chest. And exhale forward, lifting that right knee up. Good, let's lift up into crescent lunge. Good, steady breathing, strong legs. Good, right foot lands next to the left foot, coming into chair pose, sitting the hips down. Good, exhale, coming down into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Stepping into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, so low push-up or knee chest chin. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, just taking a moment here. Steady breathing. Good, let's come down onto the knees. Let's come back into core. So again here, we're going to extend the left leg, right arm forward. Good, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, go to the side. So the left foot to the side, right arm to the side. Good, come back and extend. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Good, and again, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Good, and again, lengthen. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale to the side. Come back forward, lengthen. And then exhale down. Good, I had a little mix up there. Anyway, never mind. Good, left arm forward, right foot back. Good, engage the core, suck in the belly. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, and again, lengthen. And then exhale to the side. Good, and again, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, and again, lengthen. And then exhale to the side. Good, and again, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, one more time, lengthen. Exhale to the side, back to center, and then down. Good. Let's now start to lift the right leg up, so dancing cat. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, and again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, and again, lengthen. Exhale, knee to chest, really hug, 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 hug in. Then place the right foot to the front. Good, let's come up, kneeling warrior. Opening the chest. Good, coming forward and then lifting that left knee up again. Good, 3, 2, 1. Lower down the left knee, lift up into a kneeling warrior, opening up the chest. Exhale, coming down forward, lift that left knee up. And again, strengthening the legs. Good, let's come up, or come down, sorry, left knee down, lifting up. And then exhale, coming back forward, lift the left knee up. Okay, have the hands in namaskar, so in prayer. Good, notice if the right knee is above your right ankle. Start to shift forward with your toes. So you're going back and forth with that left foot at the back. So we'll do that 3 times. And then you'll feel a lot of muscles having to really work in that, all your hips muscles. So 2, 3. Good, then we shift forward into warrior three. Good, body down, leg up, hips level. 2, 1, left foot lands next to the right foot, and then coming down into a forward fold. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Good, let's come into chair pose. Good, steady breathing. Hands in the center of the chest. Good, let's come into prayer twist. So left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale and twist. Steady breathing. Good, left foot transitions to the back. Good, so you're in revolved crescent lunge. Remember, focus on that engagement, not sinking into the joints. 3, 2, 1. We square the hands back to the front. We lift that right leg up. Good, and then open up the hip, bend the knee. Steady breathing. Good, and then the exhale, knee to chest. Right foot goes towards the left, and we open up into fallen triangle. Left arm opens up. Good, 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down. And then here we come into an IT band stretch. So you lower the hips down. Good. And then you just come onto your elbows and just take a moment here. Now just be careful for your hip mobility or your knees. If there's any sharp pain there, just come out into the pose and do a Sphinx pose, for example. Take a moment here. Press up. So you further the stretch into that outer part of the right leg. Good, slowly lower down. Good. Sorry, slowly come up. Right foot steps back, plank, exhale, back into a downward facing dog. Good, take a moment here. Good, coming forward into plank, lowering down onto the knees and coming back into that puppy dog. So hands in each side of the corner of the mat, and then exhale, sink the chest, take another few breaths here. And just notice how the opening becomes easier and easier through the class. Again, engaging the arms, not collapsing into the elbows. Good, and then we'll slowly come back onto all fours. Good, and we'll come into dancing cat on the other side. So we're going to lift that left leg up, opening the chest, really extending the spine, and then flexing it. So knee in towards the nose. Good, and again, inhale, sorry. And then exhale, knee to chest, in towards the nose. And again, inhale. Exhale, in towards the nose. Good, and again, inhale. Exhale, in towards the nose. And again, inhale. Exhale, roll in. So curl as much as you can into the upper part. Place the left foot to the front. Very good. Let's come up into kneeling warrior. Arms up, opening up the chest. Exhale, coming forward, lifting that right knee up and engaging the legs. Good. And again, let's lower down the right knee, lifting up, opening up the chest. And exhale, coming down forward, lifting that right knee up, engaging. Good, and again, lowering down the right knee, lifting up. Exhale, coming forward. Good. So remember, position that left knee above the left ankle. Hands in namaskar in prayer. And then sort of shifting with your toes back and forth, right? So really strengthening the muscles in your hips and really working on that foot mobility. Good, and then we're going to transition into our warrior three. Body down, leg up, bend your standing leg if you need to, as I need to. Steady breathing. Good, and then the right foot down and exhale, coming down into a forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back into a forward fold. Good, and then coming back into chair pose. Sit the hips back, arms forward, hands in the center of the chest. Good, inhale. Exhale, right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Good, sit the hips down. Knees aligned with one another, opening up the chest with a twist. Good, lift the right toes up and then transition it to the back. So you're in revolved crescent lunge. Lift with the legs. 3, 2, 1. We lower the hands down. We lift that left leg up, coming up into a three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Press the arms in. Press the chest towards the back of the root. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, and then we place the left foot to the side. Open up into fallen triangle, right arm up. Right hand down. Lower that left hip down. So this is really going to open up your hips. A nice IT band stretch, especially if you're a runner. Great pose, coming down onto the elbows. Take a moment there. Again, coming into breath. There's a lot of times where the breath might be labored. So that's your cue to maybe stop, take a rest, no matter when I'm teaching, yeah? Steady breathing. Good, and then we're going to come back up. Left foot steps back, plank, and then exhale, coming back down into a downward facing dog. Good, let's come into the upper body. Now we'll come into dolphin pose. So dolphin pose, again, quite difficult for many. And if it is, just come down onto the knees if you need that bit of a rest. Good, so we're staying here, pressing the chest towards the back. Good, and then coming back into a downward facing dog, pressing in. Good, let's come down back onto the elbows, back into a dolphin pose. And again, so pressing the elbows in and the chest going as if it were to the back of the mat, relaxing the neck, and then pushing back into a downward facing dog. Good, let's lift up onto the toes and then lower down onto the heels. Good, the right foot steps to the front. Here we're in a runner's lunge again. Good, left foot lands next to the right foot, coming into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale forward. Good, reach up with the arms. We reach up and we come up onto the tippy toes. Good, staying here for 3 counts. 3. Coming up onto the toes as high as you can. 2. 1. Coming down onto the heels and exhale down with the arms. Good, we'll do that again. So reaching up onto the toes. So again, lots of toning here for the legs. And then slowly lowering down the heels, arms beside the body. Good, let's do that again. One more time, lifting up onto the toes, reaching up with the arms. Good, and then we'll come down into this Bikram chair. I know it was in a lot of those classes, but this is so great for the legs. Keep the heels lifting up like a ballerina. The teachers used to say, well, I would say as if you were wearing really high heels. Not that I do. Okay, couple of breaths. And if it wouldn't matter if I did, right? Good. Relax the shoulders. There's good, and then we lower the heels down, send the hips back, and then exhale, coming down into a forward fold. And then just separate your feet wider and interlock your fingers behind your head and just start slowing down the breath. A few moments here. Good, and then slowly have the hands come down, coming up one vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders last. Good, take a deep inhale, reach the arms up, and place your right arm underneath the left. Good, we're going to place the right foot to the back, and coming into this warrior 2 position with the legs. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, coming down into humble warrior, but with eagle arms. Position the left knee above your left ankle, and just take a few moments here. Good, and then we'll release the hands down, lower down that right knee, and we'll come into this hip stretch like we did in the beginning of the class. We can press that left hand against the inside of the left knee. You can come into a deeper stretch by grabbing that back foot, whatever feels good for you. Good, and then slowly coming down, left knee back, and let's press back into a downward facing dog. Good, again, steady breaths. Okay, we'll place the right foot to the front, open up into a warrior two position on the other side. Good, this time we have the left arm come underneath the right. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, coming down into a humble warrior, but with eagle arms. Again, starting to even out the breath. Good, slowly lowering the hands down and lowering the left knee down. Good. Walk that right foot a little bit to the right and then press the right hand against the inside of the right knee. Good. And then option to grab that back foot if you will. Good, coming into a deeper stretch. Good, and then slowly releasing that, and then walk that right foot all the way to the left, lower down the right knee. Good. Opening up the chest and coming here into pigeon pose. Good, so we're really stretching out the hips. Remember to keep the hips level. We've been toning them and strengthening them. Now we really want to stretch and release. Softening the upper body. And what I like in yoga is that you can really even the in-breath and the out-breath. That's so important to do. Good, and then we'll slowly come back up. Good, and then we'll swivel that left foot to the front. And then we'll wrap that right leg over the left. Good, and then exhale, start to fold forward. So you'll notice that the camera looks a bit different, but my phone memory ran out. So even on a recorded session, I had tech issues anyway. So I had to kind of chase around, go to the computer, and here we are. The gift of learning to accept things as they are, right? And also to keep solving your problems. The never-ending story. Very good, and then we'll slowly come back up into that half shoelace and see if you could come into your double pigeon pose. So you could stack one leg on top of the other. If that's too much, again, you could just come into a cross-legged position at the shins. Good, and then slowly start to kind of fold forward. Take a few moments here. Steady breathing. Again, strengthening those legs has been so good, but now we're really coming into this deep hip stretch, stretching all those muscles in this area. Good, and we'll slowly release the legs. coming into a bent leg tabletop. So again, pressing the feet in, drawing the shoulders back. Good, and then slowly release, cross the legs, and come back into a downward facing dog. Good, let's lower down the left knee this time. So coming into pigeon pose on the other side. So remember to square the hips, keeping the pelvis level to the floor and coming down. Good. Just evening the in-breath and the out-breath. Softening the upper body. Good, and then we'll lift up. And then that right leg shoots to the front and we'll wrap that left leg over the right extended leg. And then exhale, come down to a forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Good, and we'll slowly come back up. And then stacking one leg on top of the other. So we'll stack the left leg on top of the right, coming into double pigeon, and then folding down. Good, take a few breaths there. Good, and then releasing that and coming out of that. And let's come onto the back, and you can hug the knees in and just sort of sway a little bit from side to side. Okay, let's extend the left leg, and again coming into half happy baby. So we'll have the arm on the inside of the right leg, the hand on the outside of the foot, and then slightly pressing in, half happy baby pose. Good, and then we'll switch sides. Pull the left foot in, extend the right leg, half happy baby on the other side. Keeping the shoulders nice and flat, and then you can grab the other foot and come into full happy baby. So arms on the inside, hands on the outside of the feet. Having the intention of just having the tailbone pressed down slightly, back of the shoulders flat on the floor. You can rock a little bit from side to side. Just easing your way into all these hips muscles. And then we'll slowly release that. And now you're ready to come down into your final Shavasana. So here, get nice and comfortable. Have your arms slightly parted from the body and your legs slightly wider than the hips. Just take a moment here to truly connect with this moment. Watching it unfold with each breath. And just having that intention of relaxing the body. And the mind will tend to wander, so it's always good to bring it back to the sensations of the body as if you were deliberately relaxing with every exhalation. That's a nice practice. Or just scanning the body, just feeling the sensations in the legs, the hips, chest, shoulders, and relaxing that with every exhalation. We're going to take a breath in and exhale out of the mouth. Good, and again taking a breath in and exhaling out of the mouth. And one more time, breath in and exhaling out. Good, you can take a nice big stretch with the arms above the head. Bend the knees in towards the chest. Rock to the right side. Then coming into a seated position. Good, so taking a moment here to lengthen the spine. Truly notice how you're doing. Place your hands in the center of the chest. Bow down and just take a moment of gratitude for this practice. Namaste.